What's up, everybody? Dex here with just basically a quick update here on Suburban Paranormal. Not gonna lie, guys, I completely forgot to get the episode together and recorded this week for the past Saturday. I'll try and get one together for this Saturday and then, continue on the frequency. I've been just pretty busy getting a lot of things done and get things put together. As I mentioned before, I have been replacing equipment, such as, better camera. I was working on audio and things like that. Unfortunately, the audio mixer I was using for, obviously, audio, decided to completely just die out on me. You can see right here, nice big old empty spot where that guy sat. Luckily, a friend of mine is hopefully repairing that. If not, like I said, I plan on getting something a little bit nicer to make things a lot easier. So that's again forthcoming. Hopefully, I'm almost done mounting a few things on a wall over here to try and make a nice background instead of seeing some just crap on my desk. I know those that listen to just the podcast. Apologize for that. Those that just listen to the podcast. I apologize again. Like I said, I'm probably not even going to put this on the podcast feed itself. This is just going to be on YouTube, and I'll share it on Facebook and Twitter. So that stuff is all coming. But I guess I will put out a few things. Obviously, we did get to see Ghost Nation came back on Saturday. I believe Jason had mentioned this episode was actually finished and recorded before the lockdown. It took place right over in Jersey, called Evil Inc. Pretty good episode. I watched, but got distracted a few times, so I'm actually getting ready to watch it again shortly here. I know it's 1 a.m., but I'm going to go rewatch it. I also did just see something, looks like Grant, about 12 hours ago, had put out a video. I know a lot of speculation lately. People were wondering, is, Ghost Hunters canceled? And nobody really knew. There was a lot of rumors saying that it was going to be canceled and things like that. So Grant, being an executive producer, finally put out I think it was a 2.5 minute video. I just finished watching it right before I decided to post this. Basically, he said he doesn't know. And that's just an honest to God's truth answer. He doesn't know about A&E, if they even want to keep the show. He doesn't have any kind of direction. I don't want to speculate or say things that I don't know for 100% facts. However, as you guys know, the show was on A&E, and A&E recently, due to all the fun stuff happening, political things that, like I said, I don't like to talk about. But if you go and look up A&E and Live PE, you can see that they were canceled. You will also find articles where they lost about half their viewers, if not more, because they decided to take that off the air. So, does that possibly play into the network no longer really having a viewership? And if the show really wasn't getting great ratings, you could see the show possibly being canceled off of that network. Now, Grant did leave it open where he did say, even if A&E does not want to continue with the show, another home may pop up for it. Didn't speculate as to where. As I said before, hashtag Travel Channel is not the Travel Channel anymore. Granted, I don't think I could see it landing there. But who knows? But they did. He did mention that it can find a new home. It does seem so. On that note, it does seem like he would like to continue with the show and keep going with how it is. So, hopefully, we do get more information from him soon. Hopefully, they do find a new network. I know a lot of people really weren't liking it. I personally never got a chance to really watch it. Not gonna lie, I can't tell you a reason of why I didn't actually go and watch it. I've been meaning to give it a shot, and I will. But I think what it was with everybody saying it wasn't good, and
me wanting to watch other newer shows and catch up on a lot of back catalog, then unfortunately I never got around to it. It is queued up. I'm looking over here. So I have a list of shows that I'm watching, and I put them in an order so that I can try. And that Ghost Hunters, that new version of Ghost Hunters is up next, I should say. So again, we'll see. I guess the other last thing I did, a good buddy of mine, talked to him a lot lately. He's been sending me a lot of UFO stuff, and there's some real crazy stuff that, like I said, we've talked about it a few times. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. There's a lot of UFO sightings. There's a lot of information coming out about UFOs. And yes, I know, I talk a lot with my hands. I'm going to start sharing some of these videos. There's a couple really good documentaries that he's sent. All of this is found on YouTube. But one thing I did find interesting, I did just share this out on social media as well. Demi Lovato has actually posted, it was 2 days ago, and I guess maybe only a day ago now. I mean, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so I don't know how Twitter does their time takes. Anyway, it says 2 days ago that she posted this, and she posted a video of something she caught in the sky. It looks like 2 amber streaks. So she posts a video, and there's like 3 stills. The last one's pretty blurry. The one does show it looks like 2 amber streaks, and that's really what you see in the video. It kind of like moves, stops, and then moves again a little bit, and it kind of hovers. It's a very interesting video. The video was taken, she was out with Dr. Stephen Greer, I believe it was. She was out, it was with Dr. Stephen Greer, and she was spending a few times in Joshua Tree. With a couple loved ones that she says, plus Stephen Greer and the CE5 team. So we're going to talk, I'm going to do a little bit on the CE5 stuff. It's something new to me that I never really heard about, so I kind of want to look into it. Basically, it's some kind of a global initiative, and again, I don't have much information on CE5 except that it has to do with kind of speaking with aliens. So I'm gonna look into it. We'll maybe do a whole episode that talks about this. There's tools. I think there's a phone app you can get. A lot of interesting things that, like I said, I'm going to look into. We're going to see what we have going on here, and we'll definitely talk about it. But I apologize. I know I've said but probably a few times in this episode. Again, it's kind of a off the cuff. I feel I owe, you fans something. Like I said, I try to put it out every other week, and I typically do get something out there every other week, but this week I just completely blanked on it, and with the mixer being broke, unfortunately, it didn't happen. Also, like I said, we're almost ready with background and the ability to do interviews and things like that, so if you have somebody or know somebody or maybe yourself wants to come on and talk, feel free to reach out, suburbanparanormal@gmail.com, and let's get something set up. Like I said, I'd like to get the stories out there. There's a lot of people doing this on the TV. There's a few podcasts out there. I don't know how many. I know there are a couple others, but I believe with the way things are going and the more and more that information's coming out, I feel that people should be sharing their stories, sharing experiences, and just getting it out there. And I know for maybe even some people that, I've said this before, so a lot of people are starting to feel vindicated that even being called crazy for so long, that all this stuff's coming out and it's like you're getting proven right. So
if you want to come on and tell your story, maybe I'll let you freely speak your story and get it out there. And if it helps you, that'd be, I'd love to help. So the last thing I want to say, and it was something I did post the other day. Curious if anybody has taken a look at the pictures from the Mars rover with the different statues. Some of them, in my opinion, really just look like rocks. Like, there's a few people I think that are just getting some matrixing going on with like the square rock, and they're like, oh, it's an arm and a leg, and it's this. No, but I mean, there are a few that look like actual statues. Like, some of them just are really. There's no way. I think like the even in the article title, it was the praying statue. That doesn't just magically. That's not some kind of environmental effects to a rock. Like, it doesn't carve eyes and arms and whatever else he has in his hands. So I'm curious if anybody's actually taking a look at that article and what you guys think. So, guys, as always, thanks for tuning in. I didn't expect actually to go on this long, but again, I just wanted to get out there. Apologize for not getting the podcast out there this week. Hopefully, I'll have either the mixer fixed or a new mixer, and if I'm lucky, I can have the new background and everything else ready to go, and we'll see you then. So, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the subscribe bell, as always, if you could. Share to your friends, and stay in touch through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're all over. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon.